So, ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the reveal trailer for Second Extinction, an upcoming PC and Xbox Series X, maybe PS5, we don't know, title coming to closed beta on Steam actually this summer. I'm going to talk a little bit about the beta later on, but for now what we're going to do is break down the reveal trailer, pick out some interesting details, and then I'm going to give you a little bit more information about the game itself. Now, if you're anything like me, let's get started on this trailer. If you're anything like me, the first thing you'll have realised is... So, okay, well, let's go through bit by bit. So, first of all, one of the reasons it looks like Left 4 Dead is they land in a drop pod. Obviously, you didn't do that in Left 4 Dead, but the way the game is described on the website makes it sound as though you're basically going to take on these short bursts of gameplay across the entire globe. You're going to get drop podded in, you're going to go do your little mission, and then you're going to leave. It isn't like a connected level, it's not like a big single-player or multiplayer campaign, it's individual segments that take you across what is meant to be a post-apocalyptic, post-Ice Age sort of world that happens to be inhabited by mutant dinosaurs, 5 of which we're going to see in this very teaser trailer. I wonder how many people caught all 5 on the first viewing. It's quite hard to see. I've had to glare at this thing quite a lot. Whilst the game doesn't screen next gen quite yet, the environments are beautiful. They really are absolutely gorgeous from what we've seen so far. And there's a decent amount of variety, and that's really important because this is a post-apocalyptic Ice Age sort of world, so everywhere is frozen. So to get variety in that while still keeping that same aesthetic is quite a difficult thing to do. It'll be interesting to see how varied they can make each level, but we'll see some hints to that in the trailer. Like this indoor caverns, green mist-looking area with the frozen lake beneath them. That's a very nice look. It's not a cavern, is it? One way or another. I knew this was coming, but still looks great. And a lot of this trailer is very intense action, as you've seen. But that bit where you're walking slowly along with the sunrise or sunset and that dinosaur screeching in the background, I really hope we get some quiet, slightly more horror-focused moments just like that. Avalanche Studios are the people who make Just Cause, by the way. Big level there. Little hint there, you know, there's a crash dropship looking thing. Maybe those are one of our little mini goals within the level, you know, find the dropship, get to here, rescue the survivors, blah, 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 blah. Rather Skyrim looking environment, looks quite nice. We're going to have nighttime levels, and there we have our first look at the dinosaur. Jumps out of nowhere to attack you in the middle of the night, and it's on its own, which is good. I think it's important to have small numbers of dinosaurs to have that spooky kind of feeling before the waves begin. Earth has fallen! Sorry. Nice environment again. So this is the first thing I want to point out. There is actually a pretty cool looking dinosaur deconstruction system, basically, a gore system in the game. Just watch this raptor as it gets hit. There you go. Limbs will fall off individually. You can blow the back half up. We're going to see it later. You can blow the back half off a raptor and the front half will still be intact. It seems the dinosaurs are very capable of essentially exploding. You can see head there, you can see limbs there, the upper body's kind of torn off. It's cool if you're into that kind of thing, which I am. Got a much bigger fight here. It's snowing, nicely done. They got like a grenade they chucked out seemingly. Little slide move there. You know, we're going to have a little bit of mobility and moving around. The game does seem very fast-paced in its action. Nice little look at the dinosaurs there. It is an Indoraptor, let's be totally honest. We'll get a better look in a little bit. Rally your squad. So like I said, it's a 3-player co-op game. You're going to pick individual characters, just like in Left 4 Dead with Bill, etc. And they're all going to have unique guns at the very least. There's somebody with a minigun, for example. We'll see a little bit more of that later. Just want to point that one out as well. So we saw a couple different environments there, which is pretty cool. Just come on. Just look at it. It's an Indoraptor. It's an Indoraptor. Okay, so our 3-player squad. Nice looking environment there, very Skyrim-esque in some ways. The horde approaching. We've got subterranean environments, we've got caves, stuff like that, a lot warmer looking despite still having that snowy aesthetic. We have what looks to be a kind of base like in the Arctic, you know, the Thing style kind of situation going on here. There's a radar dish up at the top. Hopefully we'll have some indoor environments that are a little bit slower paced and spookier. Many dinosaurs. There we go. So that was our first new critter. I'm going to just try to pause it on the exact right point. There we go. We'll see these again in a little bit. I'm not sure what they're meant to be. I have two main theories on what these are. It could be like a Dilophosaurus, you know, they've got these things on the head. Looks like it could be a spitting utensil sort of thing. They could also be, I thought, maybe like a warning kind of dinosaur. They look like they've got marks over their eyes, blocking out their vision maybe. And then these could be like a burp, you know what I mean? Like a war horn sort of thing. That could be their warning system. Just as need to point that out as well. There's a lot going on in this trailer. But after those little guys, what we do see, that is actually a drone. It's not a dinosaur. Dinosaurs don't have rotary blades. Or do they? No, they don't. That is definitely a man-made vehicle, man-made robot of some description. It looks like a drone. So that's interesting. Why would humans be involved with this? Unless dinosaurs have learned some fairly advanced engineering, it seems there will be human-based enemies as well. I'm getting massive Turok vibes from this. Kill them all. There they are, looking beautiful, looking like an Indoraptor. Got a good look at the minigun there. We also have a good look at these. We're going to look at a couple of screenshots, you'll see some better detail. But you can see how there's individual limbs here on the ground. What looks to be a sniper rifle sort of weapon. Is that silencer? It looks like a silencer. And here we have a new type of dinosaur. I'll just let this play out completely. With these sort of bright, shiny crest things going on at the side of the head. Now, I believe this means it actually has a lightning electric-based attack. These are very mutated dinosaurs. They kind of had to be. If you think back to Left 4 Dead, things like the Hunter and the tank. I actually can barely remember Left 4 Dead anymore. Anyways, if you think back to Left 4 Dead, you need that variety in what enemies can do. Otherwise, wave shooters like this can become very, very boring. And that's quite a hard thing to do with dinosaurs. So you kind of have to mutate them, really. Wait for it, nearly. There we go. So this looks to me kind of like it's got armor plating on it. It looks like a tougher version of the raptors we've got. They're red, as you can see from the colour skinning here. You can see there's armor plated down the tail. This one's got it over the heads, the shoulders, over the hands. It kind of looks like half crab, half raptor. It's a crabter. So that's our third different enemy type. There you go. Right, that's the image I was waiting for, just to highlight the ridiculousness that they've gone for here. It's an Indoraptor. It's a black, alien-looking raptor with a white, with a yellow, I should say, line descending from the eye, past the neck, past the shoulder, and then down to the back. It's got spines across the... It is an Indoraptor, and I'm really surprised that if they're allowed to get away with this. To me, that is too close to the Indoraptor to be allowed. Like, it doesn't bother me personally, but I just think it's very, very weird that such an obvious inspiration is coming in a non-Jurassic Park game. The only difference is it has feathers on its head. The only difference. Moving on. So there we go, a glimpse of the lightning sort of attack. You can see actually one of these, the ones with the crest sort of diving towards the camera or getting blown towards it. It looks like it's attacking though. That's a beautiful shot right there. We're going to see, there we go, there's one more new one. More of these shielded ones right here, by the way. Look like they're going to be very melee heavy. There's our new guy. There's our new guy. There's our new guy. There he is. So this looks to me like an alpha version. I'm just going to call them Indoraptors. This looks to me like an alpha version of the Indoraptors. Basically, you know, it's a bigger version. It's got more quills and stuff like that. And you can see here how the yellow line has expanded into this kind of streak of fire. So I'm sure this is just a tougher version of the regular Raptors. Maybe it'll be like Doom with the Archville, and it'll kind of buff up enemies nearby, so you have to prioritise them. I don't know, just speculating, really. We also have what looks to be like a castle in the top left. Very interesting. I'd love to know if other people have spotted a few more species. Do let me know in the comment section down below, but I could see those 5. This would be the final one, and this is, of course, our T-Rex sort of figure. Like a big, spooky dinosaur to finish the whole thing off. We're going to get a good glimpse of this guy in a little bit, but I will say, the visual design, I quite like it. If you're going to go for the mutated dinosaurs, just go for it, you know, go over the top and lean into it. Don't go for subtlety, just go proper weird with it. I'm kind of glad that they went for that. It feels a little bit Monster Hunter at points. And you get stepped on at the end. Right, with the trailer out of the way, that's really all I could think to show you. There's a couple other things I want to very quickly address. So there's a couple of things straight from their website that I want to very quickly mention. The first is this is actually 35 developers, which makes me think there are things being held back because, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, it doesn't necessarily look like it had 35 developers on it quite yet. That said, they have not been working on it for very long, so maybe that's why. Maybe it took 35 people to get this to this state in a very short amount of time. There's a couple of other things that I like the sound of. It is a live game, so they're going to keep supporting it long term, so maybe we'll get new dinosaurs, new levels, new guns, stuff like that. One of the other things I'm actually quite excited about is this right here. They're going to have a live roadmap in the coming months, in the coming few months before the game properly releases. We're going to get a roadmap for the game. We're going to see what they're going to release and when they're aiming for it to come out. And I really, really love that kind of open communication with developers. I think it's really important to making a good game, and I love to know where the game is going and what they're planning for the game down the line. So that's going to be really, really cool. And also this little bit here. Take part in a joint effort. Your actions, together with the rest of the community, will shape the course of the war against the dinosaurs. Amazing. So you're going to go and do all these missions around the world in these short Left 4 Dead style bursts. What I also suspect is you'll have areas. Let's say this over here is North America. Canada's there. There's South America. Lovely stuff. So this is North America. And I suspect the map will be blue by default. I know this is very speculative, but it's just how I'm envisioning it. And maybe this bit will start to go really red, right? We're in the war against the dinosaurs, and they've targeted that area, and there's more of them. The difficulty of the levels will go up, there'll be more dinosaurs, maybe better rewards as well, and it'll be kind of like a call to arms for players to go and focus on those areas to win the war. This is bizarre looking. I'm going to give it a body. To win the war against the dinosaurs. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. We're going to work together, you know, do certain levels, focus on those levels a little bit more at certain times to beat back the dinosaurs and try to reclaim the Earth, which is very much the tagline of the game. We do have a couple little screenshots we can take a look at as well. There's a better look at the Indoraptor. But a very snake-like mouth as well. It reminds me of the anaconda from Anaconda. And we also have another look at them. Yeah, don't really have anything to add on that. There's a much, much better look at the weird one to me. You can see the lightning sort of coursing through its body. It does seem it's going to have lightning-based attacks. There they are again. And there's a big shot of the Rex. Very cool. I love the look of that Rex. That is awesome. And I will say the level design, like I said, I'm hoping we get some sort of tight-knit corridors, but it does seem very expansive, like it's quite wide open, which I think at the very least will make it feel demonstrably different than Left 4 Dead. It definitely doesn't have the same focus on verticality that game had, at least based on these screenshots, but we'll have to see how it plays out in reality. The final thing I want to show you, and a little bit cheekily, is this page right here. So you can actually sign up for the closed beta of Second Extinction right now. It's actually available to wishlist on Steam right this second. You can go search Second Extinction, you'll find it. But if you want to be part of the beta, you have to come and sign up on this website. It is a closed beta, so you're going to need an invite. Now, they do have a very specific way for that to work. So you'll come up, you'll sign up. I'll give you a link in the description down below, and you share your recruitment link. And as you recruit somebody else to the game, you get your beta access. So what I'm going to suggest, a little bit cheekily, like I said, I'm going to put my personal recruitment link in the description down below. There's no reason not to sign up using a link because it won't, hurt you in any way. So if you guys do that, I will get my beta access. But then I would also suggest if you sign up, maybe we can start like a trading thread and people can kind of link onto each other. And you guys can use the comment section down below to trade your recruitment links and therefore get other people to sign up. So I would suggest not signing up without using a beta link, and that way more of us get into the beta, which seems like a really good idea. You also unlock some extra stuff like nameplates, weapon skins, and in-game emotes by doing the same, recruitment kind of thing. They want as many people to sign up as possible. So I'm going to link that down below. Feel free to go use my link. Not a problem with me at all. Now, I will say one last thing. The presence of these weapon skins, nameplates, and emotes makes the game, for me, lean in a vaguely Call of Duty, Fortnite kind of thing. The fact that it's a live service game already suggests that we're going to have events, that certain things are going to happen, we're going to get new skins, we're going to get new dinosaurs, we're going to get new guns, maybe we'll have seasons, stuff like that. Maybe it's going to be a free-to-play game with a battle pass. We really don't know at this point in time. It definitely could be. Inherently, that's going to turn a lot of people off, and I totally understand. If you're not into that kind of game, which I typically am not, then this will turn you away. But I will say, when it comes to dinosaur games, it bothers me a lot less, because I would love to get lots of new dinosaur skins and stuff like that. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't want to make any judgments at all on the monetization model whilst we have no real information. It's just speculation based on what we can see in front of us. But we're going to have unique, weird little jokey moments. The game doesn't take itself too seriously. Let's put it out there like that. It's a very chill game that looks like it might be fun for co-op, but isn't going to rewrite the history of dinosaur games. I think that's a good way to sum it up. Might be fun for a laugh. That's probably about it. But hey, people like to have a laugh, So, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining me. Like I said, you can go check this out on Steam right now. Do please use my link in the description. I will be super appreciative, but also help out other people. You can sign up using their link and stuff like that. Let's get loads of us into the beta, and when it comes out, we'll definitely do some play with subscriber sessions and stuff like that as well. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Our very first next-gen dinosaur game. We'll have to see how it turns out. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.